Saudi Arabia has already sent 16 plane loads of relief supplies to Pakistan after the country was hit by the worst catastrophe. And there's more that we're going to cover later on. Brothers and sisters, let me welcome Dr. Abdurrahman ibn Hamad al-Tamami, who is the head of Department of English, Riyadh Education Directorate. Welcome to the program, Doctor, and thank you for being with us.
Well, it's nice to be here to participate in the catastrophe of our brothers.
And many thanks also to our other guest, Mr. Shamshad Siddiqui, a businessman, a Pakistani businessman. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for inviting us on this very important issue.
Let me first start by highlighting the role of Saudi Arabia in assisting brothers and sisters of Muslim countries around the world, or even non-Muslim countries, in such hard times. Doctor, could you start, please?
Alhamdulillah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, blessing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, blessing to His Messenger. Actually, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia always taking the lead and the initiative to help and support all the brothers, Muslims, non-Muslims worldwide. And regarding Pakistan, our brothers in Pakistan, we did help them, support them years back in all the hard times they passed through. And wherever you go, as I travel, wherever I go, people welcome us there and they thank us as representatives of Saudi Arabia, and we are happy to.
Thank you, Doctor. Mr. Siddiqui, definitely Saudi Arabia and Pakistan are two bodies in one soul, and the links are so strong, and the bonds are so huge. Alhamdulillah, and Saudi Arabia and Pakistan go many years back in history in their relationship, in helping each other in many times, happy times, hard times. Could you tell us how you see the role of Saudi Arabia in this particular catastrophe?
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I extend my thanks not from me, also from my whole nation, to King of the Government Aziz and the Crown Prince of Abdul Aziz and secondly to Prince Abdul Aziz, and also the population of Saudi Arabia or Islamabad.
Right.
But Peshawar, there is some effect came, and that small cities like Jalabad and there is Gilgit, that city affected very hardly, hit by the water. And the government of Pakistan is trying to help this people with the help of, if you've seen the newspaper also, the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon also there a few days back.
Sure.
And I read his statement that in his life he didn't see this kind of disaster. So the position is very bad and people is waiting for the help, and I think this is the time the whole Muslim should follow Saudi Arabia. We see always, we are not two countries, in the earth we are about, mashallah, 52 countries Muslim, and I think everybody should come, everybody follow Saudi Arabia and come forward to the help these people.
It's a must.
Yeah,
it is not an extra thing that you do, it is a must that all Muslims should do. Dr. Abdurrahman, the reward or the importance of giving in Islam, giving charity or helping the other by giving in the name of Allah, the Almighty. Could you tell us about this great meaning in Islam?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, He gave an example, a parable of if you give one riyal, one seed, whatever, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will multiply it to 70 to 700 and more than that, as the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah. Those who expand and spend in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be like a wheat seed. You put it and it will get 7 branches, and each branch hold 100 wheat seed.
And if you you seen while you are reading a lot of newspaper, if you seen the 3-4 days that newspaper, our Prime Minister, Mr. Gilani, he called opposition leader Nawaz Sharif, and then they come together and sitting, and he said this disaster is not for the party, not for the politics, let's go above them, and for the humanitarian basis we should hand together, put together, and both agreed to set up a committee with a very neutral person in Pakistan. The government of Pakistan will not handle all the head with them. No, there is a very good people who has a very good reputation, not in Pakistan but all over the world, and some, the Qazi justice including in this very famous name. So they are set up that committee who will caretaker for all of the fund which is coming from outside or from inside.
Judges.
And different part of life, the people who has a very, very nice reputation in the country.
Very close to the people, understand their needs.
And yeah, so I think the transparency will be there. Whatever the help come from the outside, this committee will, follow, make sure everything goes to the victim.
Absolutely.
He already very much active there. I see every day he's meeting with the Prime Minister, the President, today he's meeting with the Chief Ministers, Interior Minister. He's very active guy. I think his name is Mr. Udair. He's a very nice person, and he's very much active in this, relief activities. So I think Pakistan will welcome, and Saudi brother will come there and they can go personally. I think there is no harm to set up a committee with the,
Definitely, it's high time. I mean, it is time for everyone who's concerned, everyone who can do something, who can contribute just the slightest bit of help to, move forward and help and take part in this whole process and operation.
And not belittling our contribution. Sure. You mentioned something about that. Our director make notable on the screen the number of the nation and the account.
Sure.
I'm not sure if they can also expose it and show it to the viewers.
Sure, I'll relay that message to the director. The point that I mentioned, Siddiqui, earlier before the report, is the reward of giving, especially in the holy month of Ramadan.
I think for this special point we go through the life of Muhammad, the life of Sahaba. This kind of challenges come in Muhammad's life also, especially at the time of Gaza, and we have challenge of this war against the enemies. Peace be, Muhammad, peace be upon him, always call all the Sahabas, okay, come and donate generously. And if you go to the history, that time all Sahaba bring everything from their houses and put in front of, especially Hazrat Usman, because we call Ghani, because of his generosity. And he always bring everything from house. And when Muhammad asked him, okay, what are you bring from the house? He said, I bring everything, and what is remaining at home is just the name of Allah and name of Muhammad. Abu Bakr Siddiqui also, and Hazrat Umar, same thing they are doing. So I think that Islam is the only religion who gave all the systems. The Virasa system, if I see any other religion, you don't find any. When I visit the United States, they don't know if they die, where money will go. But if you go through the Islam, you have the complete system. This money will be distributed in your son and your wife. And zakat, was what the excellent system we have.